if this game fails, I have a backup. We knew that there was going to be a Zoo Tycoon reference. We just didn't know how.
I no longer know who is going to win this debate. I had planned, and it is not going how I planned.
I'll get back to it. Just let me share this. Nice job, Blue Fang. Nice. Excellent game. So many animals. Dance like no one is watching. It's just advice and not pertinent to the game necessarily.
Well, that's like your random inspirational quote, like "Live, Laugh, Love."
We needed to be reminded to dance like no one is watching.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to New Game Plus, a YouTube vodcast. Should I say YouTube? Where we talk about video games and play games about games and try to entertain you
like
as
video
best
game
as possible.
Inception.
But what I can tell you is that it's very good.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's very good.
It's very good.
There's it's YouTube for now, but once you beautiful, wonderful listeners start paying us a bunch of money, we can put it on Spotify and stuff.
Guys, this light makes me look like Edward Cullen. I look like a vampire. Granted, I'm not as ruggedly handsome as he is.
That's probably just your pasty skin.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I gotta do something about that. I'm not going to.
In the mid to late
Here we go.
2000s, you would have been a hit.
I'll sit back here.
I don't even remember. Was it mid to late 2000s?
Mm-hmm.
Who cares, honestly?
It was or early.
I remember it like coming out, and then I actually like went and read the books.
Mm-hmm.
Just why not? And being pleasantly surprised at how not bad it was. I was expecting drivel, and it was garbage, not drivel. So it exceeded my expectations by a little bit.
One day we're gonna have to go over your list of what each word means in regards to your ranking
list
system. Yeah, because drivel and then garbage is like mediocrity. I assume.
I think I might have that. I might have that flipped. It might be garbage and then drivel.
So
So why don't you introduce the game then?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I can.
Corey has something prepped for us.
I do, guys.
Corey has an accent prepped for us.
I do, possibly. But first, we are going to talk about. I have a debate set up for you guys. I had you guys each pick a video. You know what? I think that our guest might be able to explain it better. Excuse me while I Superman up.
Cody, where'd Corey go?
I don't know. Who is this guy
Good
that's
evening,
hosting the
ladies
show?
and gentlemen. I am moderator, #justice. And I am here to moderate a debate between one fine gentleman and one child with poor taste, who will debate the topic of the better video game. Representing the great developer/publisher Square is Coty Green, defending Final Fantasy VI, which is a role-playing game in which you are trying to rid the world of a great evil. Hey, quiet, and the moderator is speaking. You will be quiet and respectful.
You're such a jerk.
In which you are trying to rid the world of a great evil in this Final Fantasy VI in which he has chosen. And sitting in at 5'1", 407 pounds, defending a game that almost no one has heard of or care about, is Taylor Green, who will represent Rimworld. In this game,
I told you that's what he was gonna pick.
In this game,
No, I told Corey that's what I was gonna pick.
you build a rocket to escape a very much normal planet in which you destroy the natural inhabitants of this planet. Be aware that there is no bias in my speech. You understand? No bias.
There's so much bias.
Please defend your game's genre and why it is superior. Begin, young fool.
I'm young fool.
You are young fool.
I'm young fool. Why my game genre is okay. All right.
Taylor is the young fool. You guys
right.
will have 10 points, and I will take away and add points depending on what you say. I should probably have a notepad set up.
what point can I break out my debate tool,
Any point.
Mr. Hashtag Justice?
You may bring it up as you deem necessary.
All right. Well, we're on genre, so I won't break it out yet. All right. So the genre of Rimworld is, if I...
Sorry, my notepad was covering things. My notepad was covering the screen.
Let's see. Well, it's colony, base building, simulation, that kind of fun stuff, right? So we're talking where a lot of games kind of fall into like this general umbrella of Rimworld. So like, mostly any kind of like, it falls into the realm of like survival and while also colony like building. So like, you know, your Sims lovers actually might find a little bit of interest in this game because, your colonists are, you can't like design what they look like. You can make them clothes and stuff, but you can't like design what they look like. But they all have little personalities that you have to watch out for, right? So people who play like The Sims or other games that require like mood regulation, I think people would be into this because your colonists all have little personalities. They can be like sanguine, so they're just always happy all the time, or they can be like pessimistic, or they can be an undergrounder, or they can be a drug an aspiring drug addict. Like they can have all these different things that you have to
drug addict. Taylor thinks drug addiction is okay.
Oh, okay.
Minus 1 point.
I didn't say it was okay. I was saying it's part of the game. So
Detecting bias.
Taylor supports
no, I move.
drug addiction in simulation.
Okay.
Plus
so,
1 point.
I can't figure out hashtag justice, but I love it. He's a tool. But at the same time, the survivalists out there, the survivalist gamers out there, like the forests, the 7 Days to Die players, the things like that, will love it because there's constant looming threats of what could possibly happen. So, because I feel like this debate is more centered around the game rather than the genre, this game kind of encompasses many genres, and I feel like it appeals to a lot of people.
This debate is to decide which game is superior. So far, you support drug addiction.
I hate you so much. I don't support drug addiction.
Let it be known, Taylor Green supports drug addiction.
He doesn't
Simulations.
support drug addiction.
Might I suggest a timer for our points though? Our talking.
You may not. You are not the moderator.
That's fine. It was just a
Get dunked
suggestion.
on.
I don't really care.
Minus 1 point. Minus 1 point.
I want you to add a
to
point
the-
though per Taylor's shirt. Relevant.
Taylor came
Plus 1.
prepared.
Relevant.
I shall give him plus 1 point. For
Yes,
being-
I wore the shirt. The buffalo is the mix between like a buffalo. It's like basically a furred, like a white furred buffalo. Not sure where the M came from, but it's like the signature animal in Rimworld. You can get really good fur out of it, and
Clearly
they're
comes
also
from
awesome.
them trying to differentiate it from buffalo to avoid a lawsuit
The young fool.
from the
got
buffaloes.
it.
The young fool.
He got it.
Wore relevant
That's awesome.
rags. Plus 1 point.
Rags.
What rights?
Relevant rags.
I like it.
Okay.
Plus
Time.
20 points.
Time for the eldest to. I can't get the tongue rolls down. I can't do it. I didn't break. This is still hashtag justice. He's just a spy and knows how to do
Different accents.
different accents. I am Michael Weston. And I used to be a spy. Welcome to Burn Notice. Okay, continue.
So I'm assuming it's my turn now.
Crossover
Yes.
episode we didn't know we wanted.
That's right.
All right. So I believe that the RPG genre is superior because it is a timeless classic version of video games. When you think RPGs, you can think of any modern day RPG, something like, oh, I don't know, Elden Ring, right? Or you could go back to the NES days, to one of the very first RPGs to ever appear in North America, Dragon Warrior, which we looked up today, was actually one of the first RPGs
Nice,
to
yeah.
come to North America. So you have an RPG that is one of our father's favorite games, and then you have an RPG that is new that has taken the gaming world by storm and become many players' favorite game, even if they don't like the Dark Souls level of difficulty in games. The nice thing about an RPG is that it can appeal to several types of people who want to self-insert into games, people who want a grand adventure where they're the hero, people who want freedom of choice, to kind of shape the world as they will, and people who just want to sit back and play a nice chill game. There's just a lot of different options in the genre, and there's a lot of ways to play. There's a lot of different ways to play even the same game when it comes to RPGs.
That was good. I still cannot get over the
concise.
fact that you picked Final Fantasy VI. You are a jerk. That we've noted in the past. That's one of my favorite games in the whole world. I can't.
Why
believe
didn't you
this
pick
is-
it?
This is
Because
the fault
I-
of the young fool. He will speak no further regarding this matter.
Oh, I'm at some point.
Here
I'm
are
gonna
the
speak
points.
further regarding this matter.
Here are the points as they stand.
Okay.
Taylor, the young fool,
Yes.
thinks drug addiction is okay.
I
Minus
hate
1 point.
So
The young
hate
fool supports drug addiction and simulation. That is plus 1 point.
I don't get it.
And the young
Where's the
fool,
worst part?
well, relevant rags, plus 1 point. You stand at plus 1 point for the round. Coty,
Points?
the eldest, believes RPG is superior. This is plus 1 point. He mentioned Elden Ring. This is plus 1 point.
You.
He mentioned the Patriarch. He mentioned the Patriarch. This is minus 1 point. We do not linger on the past. See the Soviet Union. So he supports delusion.
Footnotes. See a Soviet Union.
He supports delusion in the way of video games. This is minus 1 point. However, his argument was well worded and well presented. This is plus 1 point. Coty stands at plus 2 points.
I just love the completely abstract scoring system that we have no idea how it works. I am here for it.
Dude, I got 3 notes of point differentiation. You got dissected. I don't remember when you mentioned the Patriarch. I'm assuming it was very subtle at one point because I missed
He spoke of his father and how he enjoyed the Dragon Warrior.
See, I'm not going to mention it again because I don't want another point detected. So
Patriarchy.
These may
Down with the patriarchy.
change the course of the debate. We shall see. Okay. What is my next question? I cannot find. Here it is. Please advise on your game's plot and why it is superior. Begin, eldest.
So the plot of Final Fantasy VI is at first glance seems like your typical heroes save the world kind of a plot, but as you get into the game and as you play the game, there are many subplots beneath the main plot that come to light. There are many playable characters, each with their own story and reasons for fighting, that is well delivered, well executed, well, depending on the player, I suppose. And you are able to choose which characters you play. So the overarching plot remains the same, but you can approach it in many different ways. And I mention this because the plot changes based on whose viewpoint you're looking at, right? So at the end of the day, it is a party of heroes saves the world, but the journey along the way to the end point it differentiates between, or is different based on who you choose to kind of single out in your party as like your kind of favorite characters or whatever.
Okay.
I don't want to dig too deep into characters because I'm assuming that's a separate category.
It's maybe. We shall see. Begin, young fool.
The plot?
Oh, do not be disturbed. I am not Corey, although he's very handsome. I had to remove glasses due to glare.
So you want to know? So you want
He
me to
knew
talk
I
about
was
football?
reading. He knew I was reading the questions in the reflection of his glasses.
So
This is
How about-
correct. Plus 1 point.
how about I hate you? I'm gonna show you a visual aid of Rimworld's plot, if I may. This is my debate sign.
Wow.
Oh my gosh! I am sorry.
Satisfying your
Oh my
desire to
gosh.
manage a human organ farm since 2013. I have written some words on the poster to tell you how I feel about the game. Words like amazing, wow, incredible, such fun, play the game, live, laugh, love.
These points, you will not believe. At the end of this round, the points.
And real quick sidebar, if this game fails, I have a backup.
We knew that there was gonna be a Zoo Tycoon reference. We just didn't know how.
I no
Nice
longer
job,
know who
Blue
is going
Fang.
to win this debate. I had planned, and it is not going
No,
how I
we'll
planned.
get back. I'll get back to it. Just let me share this. Nice job, Blue Fang. Nice. Excellent game. So many animals. Dance like no one is watching. It's just advice and not pertinent to the game necessarily. But I
Well,
feel
that's like your random inspirational quote, like "Live, laugh, love."
we needed to be reminded to dance like no one is watching. We'll save that for another time. Back to the point at hand, Rimworld's plot. I think that it trumps the Final Fantasy VI game, which I hate that I'm having to debate it right now. In that,
He can't even spit it out.
Tynan, the username of the guy who made the game, right? He designed the game to be you. The original plot was you are a group of colonists who were yeeting through space on your spaceship. Your spaceship blew up. You fell on this random planet, right? This like outer world planet of like unknown origins, like what's on it or whatever. And so your goal is to build up a colony just to survive, research up to your capability to be able to build another spaceship, and then get off the planet, right? Like how you would think. But then he also was like, but then he added all of these other things. There's like different people on the planet. There's different animals on the planet. You can, because of all these things that he and his developers added, like you get to do way more than just like get off the planet. You can develop, you can capture raiders that have come to try to like burn your base down. You can capture them, and then you can harvest their organs and sell them. Or maybe you just make a nice little farm with muffalos and horses and stuff, and you just raise animals and breed them, and then have a nice little time doing that. Maybe you become friends with other colonies, and you guys set up trade routes, and you just become this big trade organization. Maybe you buy one of the expansions called Ideology. I'm waiting for that benefactor money, Tynan. And you can develop an ideology-free colony, and you guys can be a bunch of cannibals, or you guys can worship a tree, or you guys can be nudists. Like, that's so many things that you could do based on like the things that they've developed. So I think that like the amount of things that you can do with Rimworld kind of surpasses like, because with an RPG, like I agree that there's a lot of different things you can do with it. It depends on who you are and like what the game is, but like you still have one big boss you have to battle and fight and get rid of. In Rimworld, if you don't want to do that,
Your time is up. Your time is up. I have too many points for you. I have too many, not points. I mean,
bullet points.
yes. -1 point for interrupting.
Ow! I'm sweating right now.
So you can either be part of a party of heroes that saves the world, or you can be existing.
Cannibals.
This
Or
is
you can harvest organs.
this is
You can
insane.
raise a farm.
This is crazy. It took me too long to do. I have so many points bullet points for Taylor right now. Coty, I have 4 for you, but they're fine. Okay, eldest, you mentioned subplot. This is -1 point. We do not mention the lessers. Lesser ideas, lesser people are lesser, so you get lesser points. Hesitancy in your speech, -1 point. You support indecision among the plot, -1 point. But you could read my thoughts. This is +10 points.
What? You can read my thoughts? What did he read out of your thoughts, Mr. #Justice?
He read the notes in my glare of my glasses, and that is close to my head. There are 4 thoughts. Please see the Goats movie. The men who stare at goats.
I love that movie.
So, the eldest has +7 points for this round.
Tortilla blanket.
Young fool, it is your turn to be judged. You've mentioned human organ farm. This is +5 points.
Because of course it is.
You said amazing, wow, and live, laugh, love on your sign. This is -6 points.
That's valid. That's valid.
You had Zoo Tycoon on your sign. This is +3 points, and it is nice, so that is +1 point.
Thank you.
That's total 4 points. You mentioned human organ farm again. This is +5 points.
What is your grading scale?
As I deem necessary, as I have spoken before. Now, you mentioned nudist. We do not like the human body. The human body is gross. This is -2 points.
It's true.
And then you interrupted me after your round was over. This is -1 point. You come out with a total of +5 points. As it stands, Taylor, the youngest, +6 points. The eldest is +9 points. This is 69. Do not make this next joke.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Hey. What's up, baby?
I should have made this easier for myself to read. I wrote it. The young fool leaves to pee in match. That is -1 point.
Shit! It's not fair. Sorry, biologically.
I just write
I
pee.
did.
I just
I
write
did.
P for this. We shall know what it means. Okay, now for the question. Young fool, please defend your protagonist or protagonists. Plural. Thank you. Begin.
Begin. Okay, thank you. Thank you, #Justice. Imagine that
I was going to -1 point, but then you called me by my name, and I appreciate this. Continue.
Imagine you're in your house right now, or you're in your apartment, or you're in your front yard, or you're, I don't know, making food in your kitchen. And then imagine everything around you just explodes, and you get thrown onto a completely different environment. A different planet. The animals are pretty different. There's some similarities. There are people trying to kill you. There is harsh weather conditions. There are toxic fallouts. There are ash clouds. There are other people that you don't know that well trying to kill you. But anyway, and then just adapting to it. And then you're just like, okay, I'm here. I gotta survive. I gotta go. So then you just start sawing down logs, sawing down trees, and grabbing the wood and building houses, and then putting up a little bench and start researching electricity, reforming electricity and trying to figure out how that works again, and then trying to just gather food to eat and clean water to drink and all of this other stuff, and you just are forced to adapt. And rather than sitting down complaining and hoping that it works out for you, you get on your crap and you get it done. That's what the colonists in Rimworld do. They adapt to the environment that they're put in, and they do a great job at it. So
This is good place to end it, unless you have further expanding upon your ideas of protagonist or protagonist plural.
I yield the podium.
+1 point. sounding fancy.
All right, is it my turn then?
Yes, please defend your protagonist or blah, blah, blah. I can't roll the R's. Protagonist plural. Thank you.
Protagonist.
I am Michael.
I am
Michael. What did I say?
I don't remember. I also have a visual aid, Corey, if you would.
Yes, he has told me that he would like to share paint like a fool.
Yes, like a fool. The old fool. Is it ready?
Yes.
Okay. In the world of Final Fantasy VI, there are 14 playable characters. Okay? Total.
This is at 14 is at
14?
I'm going to French. What the heck is wrong with me?
You're fine. Keep going. You're doing great. Keep going. I love it.
These
All right,
14
am I good to go?
Is at the top left corner. Do not go any
All right.
further left.
Okay, yeah, that's the corner of my screen.
I am Russian
All right, so
with a breed of French. That's what it is.
the very first character that you are, as you are introduced into the game, you later learn is Terra. Okay, so Terra is a protagonist in the game. She is with Biggs and Wedge. Okay, they die. All right. Terra meets Locke. Locke, thief, pretty decent guy, cool character. Who doesn't like a thief, right? Thief. Locke, you go to meet with Edgar. Edgar is a king. Funny. Yeah. Edgar has a brother that is less known, Sabin, who Edgar took the throne so that Sabin could be free. Nice guy. Nice brother. Good bro. As their adventure
for you guys anyway.
progresses, Sabin meets Cyan, warrior of Doma, only survivor of Doma. He also meets Shadow, assassin for hire, and he meets Gao, orphaned feral child. Fun stuff. As the party splits and their adventure continues, Locke, similar to the situation with him saving Terra, ends up encountering and saving Celeste. Funnily enough, Celeste, like Terra, can use magic. Terra because she's half Esper, Celeste because she's a genetically engineered child soldier. Fun stuff, right? Adventures continue. Randomly, you meet Setzer, Taylor's favorite character, who tries to kidnap Celeste and ends up letting you all use his airship. Fun stuff. Randomly strewn about the adventures, by the way, mostly with Locke, is Mog. Moogle. Cute white and pink thing. Mascot of Final Fantasy. So, at the end of the first act of the story, Shadow can either die or live. Later on in the story, you meet a character named Realm, seemingly unconnected to everyone else, except you learn through a series of events that she is Shadow's daughter. She was raised by Old Man Strago.
He is Russian.
He is not Russian. Maybe he's Russian. I don't know.
His name
You
is
don't hear
Drago.
accents.
He is.
This is
Russian.
12. Okay, this is 12 of your protagonists. I guess randomly, there is Tomorrow, who you don't have to get. And then there is also...
Character.
Yes. Mostly. And then, I guess if you want to count him, there is that guy.
Definitely the most useless character in the whole game.
Potentially the most useless. Unless you want to cast Ultima 4 times in one turn. Then he's not useless.
That's valid. That's valid.
All of these characters can be considered protagonists in this game, as they are all playable characters. Thus concludes my very good.
I have moved us back to
Very
our picture. Oh,
good.
he wrote our catchphrase. This is good. This
And
is,
circled it.
This is plus 1 point. Catchphrase. I'm English again. Plus 1 point. Perfect.
That is
Okay.
a very vague, not detailed layout of the protagonists of Final Fantasy VI.
We shall go over the points, but first I must add Cody's up because he has many lines. I'm just writing stuff down. So, like, who wins this is just complete chance. It's literally...
I'm not. I don't have my heart set on winning this.
I got this. I got that impression just based on the very first time that you scored anything.
That's... Yes.
Taylor supports drug, or Taylor encourages drug addiction. -1 point. Taylor supports drug addiction. +1 point.
Simulated drug addiction.
In simulation.
+1 point.
In a simulation.
It's different.
It's okay.
It's okay.
For the points for this round, Taylor, we start with you, the young fool. You leave to go pee. This is -1 point.
I hate you so much. It's a biological function. I can't help myself.
You take care of this beforehand. Next time. Next.
Wear a
you,
diaper
you,
like me.
You explain.
Where's the diaper? -10 points. Sorry.
This is warning.
It's obvious.
Not to interrupt again. I will subtract 1 point. Explosion, excitement. You speak of these things. This is +5 points. It's like action Tom Cruise movie I have written down. This is +1 point. Would be more if I did not say Tom Cruise, but that is on me. Thinking people could kill you. This is -3 points. Nobody kill #justice. It is not possible. I went to French again. That's fine. Then you reference manual labor. This is -1 point. We do not speak of manual labor. +1 point for sounding fancy. Use a fancy lad. Is +2 points. Total. Your total is +2 points for this round. It's not bad.
Thank you, #justice.
Yes. Don't start kissing butt, or I will take away points.
Respect in the court or the hall, wherever we are.
Please, for the love of God, can one of you guys come up with a game so I don't have to make crap like this up and speak in a horrible Russian accent? Okay.
That was 100% your own choice.
I know. For the
I love
eldest,
that. I love this accent core. You have to keep
I'm digging
doing
it.
You're doing a really good job.
For the eldest, you use paint, the software. This is -1 point. It is archaic. It is nothing. However, you use visual aid. This is +1 point. So it negates. Now, you write things down. Bad handwriting. This is -1 point. You are at -1 points for the bad handwriting. Then you speak of lock, and let me say, I love thieves. This is +3 points. You then mentioned king. I do not approve of this monarchy, thank you. This is -1 point.
What is this?
He's an oligarchy kind of guy.
How is this?
At some point, you mention Edgar and Sabin as brothers. We are brothers. We are all brothers. This is +1 point for this symmetry. And then you speak of orphan, gal, as an orphan. This is +1 point. I love orphans. I hope they find families, but I love the orphans as they persevere and fight through the wretched childhood they are given. So this is +1 point. Then you then mention Celeste, who is a defector. This is -1 point. We do not approve defectors. Do not approve. Then you speak of genetic engineering. This I like. This I like. This is +3 points. I have changed it. It was +1, but I like genetic engineering. This is +3 points. Which brings your total up to even more. Sorry, Taylor. I can't help it. Then Strago is Russian, but you deny this. This is -1 point. Be proud of Russians. Be proud of Russians. Then you use
You be proud of Russia.
I take away 1 point. This is going under the Strago is Russian, you deny. You deny again, and are no longer proud. This is -2 points. Then you use our catchphrase. This is nice. Wait to bring it back. This is a good callback. This is +1 point. You sit for the round at +4 points. Taylor, the young fool is at +2 points, as expected. He is a young fool, as we say.
Dang it if I'm not trying.
Okay.
I'd like to question the validity of the of point committee.
I'm the sole member of this committee. There is an entity speaking to me in my head, and they say everything okay. They say everything scored properly. I have not missed anything. The points are valid, especially when changing on the fly. This is perfect. So it is well, as you would say in America. All is well. Okay.
What we say?
Hashtag justice knows this, and you will oblige by this decision. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Don't worry about it. We go to next question. Yes? Okay. Where am I? To the eldest. The eldest is next. You don't share screen anymore? That screws up video. This is -1 point. I will I will share mine to make it all better again. This is +1 point. This is +1 point for hashtag justice, I think. Oh, I pulled up wrong notebook. This is -1 point for hashtag justice. I am a fair and non-biased individual, if anything. So, -1 point for not sharing screen and ruining stream. Just know that you deserve this. It is fair. There is no bias. Okay. The next question
I accept the ruling.
The next question going to the eldest. This is you, okay?
Yes.
Is please provide your antagonist's motivations. And I think I see you are excited. I'm glad to see you are enjoying debate. This is +1 point.
So, the antagonist of Final Fantasy VI is none other than Kefka himself. Kefka is one of the more well-known antagonists of the RPG scene, due to his presence in multiple forms of media now. He has not only one of the best character designs as what is essentially a mad clown, I suppose, which is fitting that a clown is the villain.
Oh, I was writing down mad clown. This is -1 point. I do not like clowns. But then you said it fits. This is good. This negates. You are correct. Continue.
But Kefka also has one of the most recognizable and awesome villain theme songs in all of video games. Dancing Mad is iconic and just brilliant songwriting overall. Kefka is lauded as a villain for being one of the few villains that has no kind of like... They don't try to make him a sympathetic villain. They don't try to make you feel things for him because he's just bat crap crazy and he wants to destroy the world.
You nerds would say chaotic evil, yes?
Chaotic evil, 100% of the way.
Correct. Oh, yes.
He is 100% just a bad guy. And he is one of the very few villains in gaming who actually accomplishes his goal. He successfully destroys the world. He is inevitably defeated, as villains are. But he successfully destroys the world and forces you to kind of have to reassemble and then rediscover the world and fight through it in order to even be able to assault him. So Kefka is one of the premier top-tier villains in all of video games.
Okay, this is good. I do not have many points for you because I could not think of anything funny to write down, but not bad.
So is the committee.
You speak of the committee like in more than one person. I give you warning. I am the committee. Okay. It's time for the young fool to defend his antagonist, if he even is one, in this ridiculous game called Rimworld. You said yes? Okay. I think I went to Cockney for a second.
So, an antagonist is somebody who defies the protagonist. Or maybe they're the one that like spearhead the story. The reason that the protagonist is a protagonist is because the antagonist is an antagonist, right? I feel like that's mostly how games function.
Yes,
right?
I was going to subtract point for thinking I don't know what the antagonist is, but then you speak fancy words and it was nice. I like it. It's negates. This negates. Continue.
I'll take a negate. Thank you, #justice. So
there was a warning about that. You sucking butt.
I'm not sucking butt. I'm addressing how you're supposed to be addressed. Whatever.
#justice.
We're cutting into my
He's
time.
sucking butt.
I have a whole thing. Okay, so
minus 1 point.
So I could I could argue that the mad cougar that goes mad in your map and tries to kill like one of your colonists is the antagonist. I could argue that the raiders that come in are the antagonists. I could argue that the megaloids, these bug creatures that burrow into your underground base are antagonists, or the scythers are the antagonists. There are so many people that can be the antagonists. But
Scythers Pokemon? Yes?
Possibly. There is, however, one example that makes me believe something else. So, it is my friend's wedding, right? Mariah and Neon. We're waiting for this rehearsal dinner. My friend, David, pulls out his laptop and decides to play Rimworld. He decides to play a game mode called, like, Lonely... I want to say Naked and Afraid, but that's a TV show. Either way, you get one colonist who has nothing and is naked. He chooses that game style, and he lands on the hardest terrain to function on, the ice sheet, where the map is completely ice.
This
And you
sounds
know what he does?
uncomfortable.
And you know what he does? He makes the colonists dig graves, which is the only thing that colonists can do because graves don't require resources. He makes the colonists dig graves until the colonist dies of hypothermia. So, you tell me, is the Mad Cougar an antagonist? Are the Raiders the antagonist? Or is the player playing the game the antagonist? The one who defies the protagonist just trying to adapt to their surroundings.
This sounds like bringing full circle back to our game that we create. Or I'm sorry, the handsome Coty Green helped create. The player is antagonist.
Player's antagonist.
Okay.
Exactly. So I'll take your RPG who has all the antagonist can have like the most rich backstory in the world. Kefka, I will never argue, is not one of the most amazing antagonists. But imagine a game where the player, you are the antagonist.
Okay.
Because
like
you
that.
decide how the player ends up. But I'll yield the podium at that point.
This is nice. Oh, I'm Borat. He's nice.
It's nice. My wife.
Okay, so the eldest, you said enjoying debate. I agree. It's very nice. Is +1. It's +1. That's a good point. We had enjoyment. It is fun. Yes. Okay. Then you talk of iconic music. Oh, it's nice. That music is good. Good music. This is +1. Kefka. He's +1. These +1 for Kefka. I don't have much for you because that was just very good. You know what? I'm gonna add point +2 for just being very good.
It's very good.
Very good.
That is +2.
Even the host is getting into our signature call out there.
So you come away with +5 points for the round. This is good. Now the young fool. We shall go to you. You said #justice. This is sucking butt. This is -1 point for you. This is -1 point. Then you talk about everybody trying to kill you. This is exciting. This is +1 point. I was in different mind state. Don't worry. Argue. I'll take point away. Okay? Then you say Scyther. This is Pokemon. This is nice. This is +1 point. I like Scyther. Okay. Then you mention nakedness again. I don't like this. We don't like the naked people. This is -1 point. This is -1 point.
You were warned about the nudists beforehand.
However, you had very nice points at the end. You'd speak of digging graves for hypothermia to kill people. This is nice. It's +5 points. It's a good way, creative way to kill people. I approve, and maybe implement to you later. Okay.
Shout out to David for letting me have that story in general. For creating that story for me to tell.
Okay, this is last question. We went Long again. This is trend, I think. Okay. Coty, are you not enjoying yourself? You look very sullen.
I'm just waiting.
He wants to win.
He's done.
I beat him last time with the 20 questions. He wants to win this one. Although I'm going to be honest, I don't know if the winner's going to have a lot of pride because this was probably a very efficient grading system.
This grading system is
enjoying
perfect.
the grading system.
The grading system is perfect. He's -1 point for Taylor. -1.
One of these days,
point.
I'll learn this.
You shall never find #justice as he is spy. As you can see from his blended accent, he is spy.
He is spy.
Where's he come from?
Nobody knows. He is Enigma. For the final question.
He is Enigma.
For the final question, we shall begin with the young fool. To finish it out, I think it is befitting for the young fool to go first, as we know he shall lose with Rimworld. It's a ridiculous game. Okay, so for the for the last question for the young fool, explain the journey and the growth for your protagonist along the way. Begin.
Okay, so you can argue. So you get these colonists, and I mentioned their personality traits, but they also have skills attached to them: shooting, fighting, cooking, medicine, intellectual, normal skills that you would see in any kind of a game. So there's development there. There's also development of the Oh my god! I just knocked my mic off and unplugged my headphones. Okay, all right.
This is
Chaos.
-1 point.
Dang
Oh,
it!
then you say chaos. Chaos can be fun for us all. The chaos brings fun. The chaos, hey,
He rolled his R.
hey, the chaos. This is +3 points. Sometimes the grade is nice for you.
This is nice for me. Thank you.
Ah,
Hashtag
then you
testing.
mock.
I'm
mock?
addressing you as you are. I'm
Yes.
not kissing butt. I am just addressing you as your name, as I would call Corey, wherever he is.
I shall let you off with the warning.
Okay. All right. I'm not frustrated. I'm just humbled to be in the court.
This is not court.
Anyway.
This is -1 point.
Okay, so your protagonists have skills that as they do more medicine and do more shooting, they level up. Cool, awesome. All right, and then you have interpersonal relationships. The colonists actually interact with each other. They can get married, they can become rivals, they can get in social fights, they can do the hanky-panky. There are a fair amount of things they can do. So there is development and growth in the protagonists of their own personal relationships. There is growth in the protagonists in terms of what they know, because once you research something, everybody knows how to do it. And you'll get an 18-year-old colonist. Yes, they have ages, and they give you their actual age based on if they've gone crypto sleep or not. And he could be, he could have a passion for shooting and come at you with a 4. And then all of a sudden, 2 years later in game, he's at shooting 20, he's your main hunter, and he's the one going and bringing back meat for your colony. Or you can have someone who has 0 social and yet ends up being your main trader. Every colonist has the potential to do something completely different than what they might be passionate or interested in. So, and they have interests and passions. They give you boost space in your skill, but that's neither here nor there. Well, it's here and there. So the development in your colonist, your protagonist in Rimworld is vast. It's much more than just fighting magic abilities.
This is good. This worked out well for you, I think. Let me tell you.
I don't know, because you could have said that and I could get -8 points. I don't know what that
very well could be the very well could be the way that this happens. I do not know yet.
So,
I'm adding up points now. This is okay. This is okay.
Just a little clarification, because his answer kind of confused me a little bit. What exactly is it that you're looking for here?
This is the
What was the
journey
question?
and the growth of the protagonist along this journey.
Okay. All right.
Maybe you repeat
Okay.
question. I can't remember.
No, I don't think so. think
We
you're
shall
fine.
see if you make this good. I think you can.
We literally have no idea. Hashtag justice doesn't know if this is gonna be good or not.
He is correct. Is chaos as Taylor? Oh, I'm upgrading Taylor's chaos to +4 points because he referenced chaos again. It's nice. It's good. You're at +5 for the last round.
Thank you.
I should not have told you. I should save that for the end, but it's okay.
No, it's okay.
So, can I refer back to my paint?
You may. I shall not deduct points. I already did that. I am not.
It is archaic.
Oh, this.
You might have to end yours.
-1
Yeah.
point for Corey. I'm sorry. Who is
Yeah.
Corey? This is crazy. I said hashtag justice. Oh, I cannot see this 3. There you go. Oh no! I have messed up again.
Why you fix that? Gonna pee again.
Okay.
What? Why do you have to pee so much?
Sorry, I'm back. Okay, cool. Let's go. Did you fix
Okay.
it?
Taylor P again. This is twice now in 1 hour. This is problem. Go to doctor. That is -1 point for human failure of bodily function. -1 point.
All my gerbil bladders out there will relate to me.
Durable is cute creature though, but you not get the point for that.
All right, so am I up?
Yes.
So, journey in any RPG comes with a lot of character development. A journey in every RPG, you get to know your characters, you get to feel for your characters as they go on this journey to kill, the bad guy, Kefka here, right? So, like I said, you start out with Terra. Terra has been enslaved by Kefka using a mind-controlling slave crown, I guess is what it is considered. Genetically enhanced soldier Celeste here, also controlled by Kefka. Okay, main connections to antagonist. Locke here saves both of these magic users that were enslaved by Kefka. Okay, Locke is homies with Mog. Mog pops up randomly. I guess you can't really say that there's any character development there or there. Until you
Go though. Sorry.
Yeah, he might as well
He's
not
okay.
even exist. Edgar here comes across as initially he comes across as just like a womanizer, constantly flirting with Terra the minute she shows up. Even when he meets Celeste, constantly flirting with Celeste the minute that he can, because he comes across as a womanizer. Even though you find out that him and Sabin, being brothers when their father dies, could not decide who would get the crown. Neither really wanted the crown and the responsibility that comes with it. So Edgar says, "Let's settle it with a coin toss." He wins, or he I guess loses the coin toss, so he becomes king. And I apologize, Mr. Justice, for
This is-
referencing the monarchy again. But
this is good. This is good drawing of crown. Reminds me of Kingdom Hearts artwork. Is good
you.
crown.
Whoa.
So Sabin here gets to go and live his life. He studies the martial arts, becomes an excellent fighter, which is actually pretty key in defeating Kefka.
Much like Ivan
Edgar.
Drago in Rocky. This is good. This is good.
So Cyan, his entire castle town of Doma, poisoned, and everyone in there killed by Kefka. Shadow,
What they lost.
when it comes decision time, whether he lives or dies, is a direct result of what happens due to Kefka. Gal, he's just kind of there.
Kefka has much control over plot. It seems. This is the way
This is-
good bad guy should be, I believe.
This is part of the reason why he's such a good antagonist, yes. So, I was talking about character development, all of these characters here become, like, intertwined with each other in their quest to kill Kefka, eventually, right? Cyan doesn't trust Celeste because Celeste worked for the Empire. Does not trust the Empire because, they murdered his family and all of his people in his castle. So that's like conflict, inter-party conflict, which adds to, the journey. Setzer, you get to use his airship for most of it, but then you find out like a sad story when after his airship gets destroyed by Kefka. Has
so
a
much
sad story with
destruction
his
from this Kefka.
excellent antagonist. He literally destroys the world. Relm and Strago are like this little makeshift family. She is the adopted granddaughter of Strago, who is actually secretly one of the few surviving mages from their village, which has been kept very much a secret to avoid attention from Kefka. There's also an excellent side character that your party becomes good friends with, named General Leo. He's dead because of Kefka.
Leo.
Go. If you don't know exactly where to look, he doesn't exist in the game.
Go.
As mentioned before, it is heavily implied that Relm is secretly Shadow's daughter, that he abandoned because he is a terrible father.
I know much of terrible fathers.
All of
I
these
know these
people,
things.
all of these people with all their varying different backgrounds, even the ones that don't matter, you think, right? That don't seem to really have any direct connection to the plot, become integral in a very, very intriguing final sequence of the game. After you have successfully killed Kefka, there is a little escape cutscene where every single member of your party contributes to the escape from Kefka's tower if you have recruited them back in the world of the world of destruction, world of chaos. World of ruin. There you go. World of ruin. After Kefka destroys the world, you have to regather your entire party. And if you do that, you get all these neat little cutscenes with all this. There's like touching moments where Cyan like trusts Celeste, and there's like a touching moment between Locke and Celeste, and maybe one between Terra and Edgar. I can't remember exactly.
Then Gogo and Celeste do the same thing.
Gogo and Celeste do the same thing because he's a mimic. That's his whole shtick. Gao shows Celeste how to ride a rock down the tower as it's collapsing.
I need to play this game again.
And something that I missed until I was actually just now talking about this, at the very end, he stays in the collapsing tower.
Who stays in collapsing tower? I did not see.
Shadow the assassin.
He stays in collapsing tower as sacrifice for what?
Literally nothing. Self-satisfaction.
Okay.
Thus concludes my second very good presentation.
Another very good presentation. You get no points for this one because it repeats itself, but it's nice. I like. It looks good.
Coty, you gotta fish for whatever you can get. Not as you gotta fish for whatever you can get. I totally get what you were doing it.
It's about sending a message.
I know about sending the message. This can mean kill people or kneecap them. This is okay. Just sending message. Plus 1 point. This is good message, I think. Let me add these up really quick.
The presentation.
This is lots of points. Oh, but there was some penalties, so
wow.
We take that down a little bit.
I did reference the monarchy again.
I did not catch this, and because I did not catch this, this is not your fault. #justice gives no reduction for missing the patriarchy. If you had mentioned monarchy or I'm confused. We will leave this to be what it is. Okay, to go over the final round there, we shall start with the young fool. I wrote grading system. You said this is not good. This is -1 point.
Yeah.
This minus 1 point.
#justice.
You speak of chaos again. This is +4 points. And also, I did not switch recording over. That's another -1 point for #justice. He had -2 points, but what you gonna do? He not competing. It's just for fun. Okay. Let's switch it. Let's switch back over. There's the faces. I like it's the pretty faces. Not young fool. He's got this thing about him I don't really like, but it's okay. Where were we at? We said the chaos +4 points. This is good. We like, yes, you like that. Okay, so you say we are in the courts. I do not have gavel. I not wear a wig. That's -1 point. That's -1 point.
So much.
You say hanky panky. You're not comfortable with bodily functions. This -1 point. This is minus. Then you speak of shooting. You speak of a lot of shooting. You love shooting. This +3 points. Then you speak of hunting for meat. You speak of hunting for meat. This is plus 2 points. We like to survive on the wild if we need to. This is good. Then you say these people have passions for different things. That's emotion. We shut that down. That's minus 1 point. We don't speak of emotion. This is not a thing. You do what you need to. Emotion detached. This is minus 1 point.
Push it down. Push it down.
And your final point, whether addition or subtraction is to be seen. Right now, I will tell you, you went to pee again. This is problem. That's minus 1 point. This is bringing you to total. The young fool is at a total of plus 4 points. I can't. Ugh. Okay.
You're doing very good. Trust me, you're doing great.
And then we go to the eldest. This is his turn, and I think this is going to be good. He used the paint again. I not subtract again because I did that already. Why do it twice? This is crazy. So you talk about the Journey a lot. I like the band Journey. It's a good band. This is plus 1 point. This is plus 1 point.
Stop.
Yeah. Then you speak of this mind control band that go on the head, the crown on the head for the mind control. This is technology I would like to see. This is plus 1 point for that technology. This is good. You speak of Edgar being a womanizer. To me, he's just shooting his shot. This is plus 1 point. This is plus 1 point. Taylor, you need to change your threshold, my guy, because I cannot hear when you laugh, and it's no fun. I should deduct point, but I won't deduct point. Okay, because this is technical issue. This is the result of the lessers setting that up for us. We shall take care of them later. So, you speak of I don't know what you speak of, but I have written down Ivan Drago. This plus 1 point for you.
You compared Sabin to Ivan Drago.
I did.
Martial artist.
This is very good. This Ivan Drago, the most likable Rocky antagonist, I think. Yes. Okay. Then I look at your paint. It looks like everybody shooting at Kafka, and I like this a lot. A lot of people shooting at the bad guy. This is teamwork. This is good. This is plus 2 points. I'm losing voice because I'm so excited about it. It's very good. Then you speak of everybody helping each other. This seems like long cutscene. This minus 2 points. The long cutscenes. After playing Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm done with cutscenes forever. Okay? This is minus 2 points. This is minus 2 points for the long cutscene. Then Shadow kills himself. This is stupid. Nobody should not be doing this. Shadow killing himself. This is minus 1 point. For the story and the journey for Shadow is minus 1 point. Okay? And your final point.
I do agree.
Your final point. And you like this one. This is a good one. I agree with you. This sending a message is good thing. This plus 1 point. This is
the simplest task in the world.
You send a message. This is kneecapping people. That was always my favorite when I was spy. I am still spy. You don't know. I could be. So, okay, this plus 1 point. Okay, that brings your total for this round to plus 4 points. That matches his for the last round. That's good. So now what I shall do, as I go into a different accent, is add 10 for each round, because I say we start with 10 and then add the things. Then we do that. So you start with 50 points, because
5 rounds. Yeah.
5 rounds. Yes. You interrupt, but it's okay because everything's over. I shall not deduct points.
Everything's over. Oh, hashtag justice. I got some words for you.
You should save them because I might still be a spy and have connections. You save those words, my friend. You think carefully. Okay, so Coty, first round plus 2 points, 52. Second round plus 7, 59. Third round plus 3, 62. You guys never win negative. I don't know. Maybe I am generous. We don't know. So that's 62. Fourth round is...
would argue against that.
And okay, he interrupted too much. That's minus 1 point for the last round. That's too many. Interrupt. Minus 1. I am... Understand that I am God. Okay, so anyway, we have to start over because I forget where we are. Okay, so 52. 52, shit, dude.
62.
52.
Start over.
57. I think I did bad math last time. Plus 2 is 52. Plus 7 is 59. Plus 3 is 62. You correct. Plus 5 is 67. And final plus 4, 71. The eldest is at 71. This is good. This is good score. That's plus 21 total. That's very nice. That's very good. Good job, eldest. Okay. Now Taylor. Okay, this is not. Okay. I don't know what to tell you. There was no bias, but we shall add up anyway and see what happens. I don't think it will be good. Okay, so 51. And then we go to 56.
Oh.
It's plus 5, yes. And then plus 2, that's 58. And then plus 5, that's 63. You're getting closer. But the last one's only plus 3, so that's 66. Taylor, you lose. You are terrible at this game. Next time, pick better game because the Rimworld is terrible. There was no bias. I understand it. There was no bias. The entity in my head told me there is no bias. But
what do I get? What does he get for winning, and what do I get for losing?
He understands that he picked better game, and he will argue better. He say things that hashtag like much better. Okay. Okay, I will leave you. I hope you had fun. I was gonna put my glasses on, but hi, this is Corey. I'm back, baby. I hope you had fun.
Can hashtag justice give us the sign off?
Oh, you wish for
I think
this.
that hashtag
You wish for hashtag
justice
justice to give the
Can
sign
you?
off.
I want to hear this. I want the sign off from hashtag justice.
I love
Okay,
all of you. Thank you
please.
for watching.
Taylor
love
loves
you
the
all
listeners
so
too
much.
much sometimes. Maybe I take point away next time for loving
I
listeners too
lose.
much.
I lose. I love everybody, and hashtag justice's grading system is flawed. I have a lot of questions I will address later.
I
will-
also do, but I win, so I approve.
See, this is the way that it is. He understands his victory and he accepts this with aplomb. You have taken your defeat and accepted it like the loser, as the young fool would. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe next time you pick better game. I don't know. There's no bias. There was no bias. Corey said the Rimworld is good game. I disagree. But I am my own person, so I don't know what to do. Okay, I went to Arab for a second. I apologize. Okay, see, I am Michael
This
Weston.
has been New Game Plus.
Yes, thank you. Okay, please don't
It's
forget.
very good.
Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps us out very much. Well, that helps them. I don't know. I have nothing to do with this. I am guest. Please, just remember that it is very good. It's very good. Okay, bye.